"Can I eat with you?" the homeless alien wolf girl asked the human mechanic. His answer moved everyone. Can I eat with you?" the homeless alien wolf girl asked the human mechanic. And his answer moved everyone. The rain on Station Kessler 9 fell in sheets of silver, pounding the metal walkways like a million tiny fists. Humans didn't mind. Weather was weather. But for a Lyran, a wolf-eared, fur-coated alien child barely the size of a teenager, cold water was agony. That's why she hid under the broken cargo ramp, shivering so violently her teeth clicked like metal against metal. Her name was Rivka. Her fur was matted, her clothes torn, and her small hands clenched an empty food wrapper, as if hoping crumbs would appear by magic. Her species was known for being fierce, proud hunters. But Rivka had no pack, not anymore. In the dim light, she watched a man sit down across the station courtyard. A human, tall, grease-stained jacket, worn boots, tired eyes. He opened a metal lunchbox and began eating quietly. Just a sandwich, a thermos of soup. To most people, it was nothing. To Rivka, it looked like a feast. Her stomach tightened painfully. She hesitated. Approach a stranger? A human stranger? Her mother once told her, "Humans are unpredictable, gentle until they're not." But hunger didn't care about fear. So Rivka crawled out from under the ramp, legs stiff, tail dragging behind her. She approached, rain dripping off her ears. The human didn't notice until she spoke, soft, trembling. "Can I eat with you?" He froze. Looked up slowly. Her ears flattened. Her breathing stopped. She expected shouting, or disgust, or worse, pity. Instead, the man blinked once, twice. Then he moved over on the bench, slapped the empty space beside him, and said gently, "Sure, sit." 2 syllables. 2 syllables that shattered the silence of the courtyard. Rivka stared at him, confused. "Really?" "Yeah," he said, as if it were the simplest thing in the world. "You look cold and hungry. What's your name?" "Rivka." "Well, Rivka, I'm Jace." He opened his lunchbox again. "Soup first, it'll warm you up." She blinked so hard her eyelashes shook. "No, I didn't mean your food. I just wanted to sit nearby, smell it, pretend." Jace paused. Then he placed half his sandwich in her hands before she could pull away. Her claws trembled around it. "Food tastes better eaten with someone," Jace said. "That's just a rule of the universe." Across the courtyard, unseen by Rivka, people watched. Station guards, merchants, passengers. All of them had walked past the shivering girl for days. A mechanic didn't. Rivka devoured the sandwich like a starving cub. Not messily. She tried to be polite, tiny bites, trying to hide her desperation. Jace noticed anyway. "How long's it been since you ate?" She glanced away, ashamed. 3 rotations. He set down the thermos in her hands. "Drink. But drink, Rivka," she obeyed. The hot broth hit her stomach like sunlight through ice, warming her from the inside out. Her eyes welled despite herself. Why are you being nice to me?" she whispered. Jace leaned back, rain sliding off his jacket. "When I was a kid," he said, "I was homeless too. A stranger shared his lunch with me every day for a week. Saved my life. I'm just—" paying it forward. Her ears lifted slightly. "Humans do that?" "Some," he chuckled. "Enough." Suddenly, heavy footsteps echoed across the courtyard. 3 Trask mercenaries, towering gray-skinned brutes, approached with sneers. "Well, well," the largest hissed. "Found our runaway mutt." Rivka's entire body stiffened. Her tail tucked so tightly it disappeared. Jace stood instantly. "Leave her alone," the mercenary smirked. "Oh? And what will you do, human? Throw a wrench at me?" "I'll do what's right," Jace said quietly. The mercenary leaned in. "She belongs to us. She works off her debts in our cargo bay. Move," Rivka whimpered softly. "But please." "I didn't steal anything. I only ran because—" "Silence!" the Trask barked, lifting a hand to strike. Jace stepped between them so fast Rivka didn't see him move. The blow hit him instead, hard. He didn't fall, just wiped blood from his lip, stared up at the mercenary, and said, "You're done." A dozen station cameras turned toward them. Station law was clear. Child indenture was illegal. And now the entire courtyard had seen. The mercenaries realized too late that every civilian had stopped walking. Guards had paused in shock. Pilots stared from balconies. And every single one of them had witnessed the threatened strike. Jace didn't look away from the mercenary. "You lay a hand on her again," he said, voice low, "and I'll make sure you answer to station law." And to me, the Trask growled, but the eyes watching him were too many. They retreated with curses and heavy footsteps. Rivka collapsed into the bench, shaking. You protected me. Jace softened again. I told you. Nobody hurts kids around me. She breathed out a tiny, broken laugh. Human kindness is strange. Good strange or bad strange? I don't know yet, he smiled. You will. Station guards approached moments later, having reviewed camera footage. One kneeled beside Rivka. Child, you're safe. You're under station protection now. Those mercenaries won't touch you again. Rivka looked at them, then at Jace. Can I? She hesitated. The idea too big to voice. Can I stay with you? At least until I find a pack? Jace blinked, surprised. He looked at her small, rain-soaked form, her timid eyes, her hope. Yeah, you can come home with me. I've got a spare cot. Her ears shot straight up. Really? Really, the guard smiled softly. Then the paperwork's simple. Rivka's throat worked. Jace, why did you say yes? You barely know me, Jace shrugged. You asked if you could eat with me. Most people don't even do that. Most people walk past, a small silence, warm, fragile. Besides, he added with a grin, I always wanted a little chaos in my workshop. She laughed unexpectedly. It echoed through the courtyard. For the first time, she didn't sound scared. As they walked away together, still sharing the last bites of the sandwich, the station crowds parted quietly, not in fear, in respect. A human mechanic had done something none of them had. He'd stopped. He'd listened. He'd shared his meal with someone no one else saw. Later, the station network replayed the footage 1,000,000 times. A simple moment but powerful. A wolf girl shivering in rain. A human offering his jacket. 2 strangers sharing soup on a cold metal bench. Children across the galaxy watched it and whispered, I want to be like him. And Rivka, years later, would tell every young, Lyran orphan under her care. My first pack was just one human. And he fed me before he asked me anything else. That's what real pack is. If this touched you, don't scroll. Share it. Because sometimes the strongest thing a human can do is make room at the table.